Hello everyone, today we have new video review and this time we are going to check fresh release from ICM. It's a part of their diorama series. As you can see, it's DS3506 and this time we get two tanks in one box. You can see them on the box art. So kit is named as a Battle of Berlin, April 1945, and we have T-34 and King Tiger in one box, and it might be an interesting thing for build. You don't have to create a diorama base, you can assemble them together, you can create a diorama base, but still you get two tanks in one box, and it might be a handy choice for some of the modelers who would like to get everything in one let's say product. So here you can see the commercial sample. It means you will get exactly the same stuff as what you will see in this video review. We are going to open it and check it closer. First of all, box size is standard for ICM. Here you can see comparison with my hand. We have quite nice box art, by the way. On this side we have some information about the kit. So there are 225 parts for T-34 and 264 parts for King Tiger. So as far as you can guess, we do not have here the interior kit, it's just a simple kit. But still, I mean, if you are going to build two tanks, why would you need one with interior, one without? Here you can see color profiles for these tanks. I don't think that we have more than two markings, but we will see. Let's open it. It's a bit tight fit, so I'm going to lift it with some extra pressure applied. Okay, so this is a sturdy white cardboard box as usual. We open it and here is what we have inside. So two kits are separated into two plastic bags. Obviously this is a T-34, here we have King Tiger, and straight away you can see the size difference between these two. But we are going to check them one by one, so I am going to remove this plastic, actually cardboard box off the table, place this plastic bag here, and where is the... on the opposite side, I was confused with that thing. Okay. We remove everything. Place it here. So first of all we have clear plastic sprue. I'm not going to remove it out of the plastic bag. I mean, it's visible that we have here the headlamp lens and also several periscopes, so we can move on to the next thing. And the next is the pair of plastic sprues with road wheels, so we are going to check only one. Here you can see it. Maybe we can zoom out a bit more. Now you should be able to see it better. So we have road wheels molded as a one-piece parts together with rubber sections, so you have to use masks in order to carefully paint them, or maybe some templates. We also have some parts for the fuel tanks here, and these railings which will be placed on the tank as well. Everything looks fine, and if you flip it over here you can see these wheels from the opposite side, obviously. Okay. Now we move to the hull parts. So for the hull parts we have here one piece top hull part. As you can see, it is molded together with front mud guards, but all the cutouts for the hatches are here, so you will be able to open the hatches. Here we have also cutouts for the engine deck, and here you can see what we have inside, and that's the lower hull section, so it comes as a single piece part. What is really cool, because you won't have to waste your time by combining separate panels. Everything is ready to be built out of the box. And as far as I remember, this kit has quite nice fitment, so I really doubt that you have any difficulties with this stuff. And that's why we are moving on. And here we have plastic sprue which is wrapped into the foam. Why it is wrapped into the foam, you'll see it in a second. I just need to remove these staples. Actually, yeah, one more here. Okay. So here we have thin parts. That's why manufacturer decided to use this foam. We also have some parts for the engine deck, and everything looks fine. I mean, even the thinnest and smallest parts are carefully molded. Here we have also suspension arms, and it's just a matter of careful installation onto the model and you will be good to go. Okay. Next we have another green plastic sprue. This one is dedicated to the turret parts, so let's zoom out a bit. So as you can see, top section is molded as a one-piece element. We also have new parts for the engine deck, and everything looks okay. We have even one-piece main barrel, but I know that some modders will replace it with metal, so it's more of a, I would say, okay choice for out-of-the-box build for beginners. Okay, next we have vinyl tracks. Ta-da! So with vinyl tracks you have to be careful. Obviously you have an option to get the metal replacement, or maybe just get the plastic set from Miniart, which will be good looking, also reasonably priced. But here, in case you plan to use these tracks, here you can see them in a bit better view. So maybe they will be fine for out-of-the-box build, but I would rather spend a bit extra for the plastic tracks from Miniart and have the decent looking model without spending a lot, let's say. Okay, next we go on with bigger plastic bag. So this one is dedicated to bigger tank. This is a King Tiger, so we are going to open it as well and check what is actually supplied in this kit. So just give me a sec. Right. So first of all we have suspension parts, and unlike T34, King Tiger had really complex suspension, so that's why we have here 4 plastic frames. We are going to check only one, obviously. So here we have road wheels, also suspension arms, and I guess King Tiger might be on my build list because I really interested to check how all this stuff is assembled together. But I mean, molding quality looks fine. We have even spare plastic tracks, and I hope you can understand why I'm underlining these parts, because you will see it in a few seconds further in this video review, obviously. But first of all, I would like to show you this stuff. So here we have hull parts, a one-piece top hull part. Note that all hatches are molded separately here, and overall it looks fine in my opinion. Next, here we have the turret part, and as you can see it is molded as a one-piece element, so it's just a matter of careful separation and it will be ready to use. And here we have also lower hull section. It is molded without side panels, but it is molded together with rear armor wall. So again, be careful while joining all this stuff together. But it's really funny how they pack this stuff. As you can see, it's just a compact thing once they're combined all together. Okay. Next we go on with this plastic sprue. So here we have side panels for the lower hull section, also lower section for the turret, and some parts for the main gun, and various hatches here, as you can see. If you flip it over, there is nothing interesting inside, so we can continue. Just give me a sec. Next we have vinyl tracks. So even though spare tracks were molded out of plastic, still we get vinyl parts, and it's not that cool. I mean, you can see these parts here closer on the video. They're decent for out-of-the-box build, maybe for some lazy modders who don't want to spend some time assembling the plastic tracks, but still, I mean, I would prefer to have the plastic parts instead of vinyl. Next we have last gray plastic sprue. So this one is dedicated to mix of various parts. Why? Because here we have, for example, the main gun, which is assembled out of 2 hulls. So of course professionals will dump it, they will replace it with metal in order to get more convincing appearance. We have also some hull parts, towing cables are here, some Pioneer tools, and again, molding quality seems to be fine, so there is nothing to complain about regarding the quality of this kit. And next we go on with assembly manual. First one is for T34. So as far as I understand, we get the standard markings which were supplied with this kit. Here you can see the decals sheet. So it should be more than one, and still it is the same stuff. as in this separately sold kits. Where is the model number? Here you can see the model number. Assembly manual is standard for this stuff, so we have short history note on the first page. Note how many parts won't be used for this T34. Assembly process starts with top hull part, then we continue with various parts on the engine deck, also this separate hatch for the driver's seat. Here we install various parts for the suspension, suspension arms, also driver's seat here. And I'm always surprised that they decided to implement this. It might be handy if you plan to open the driver's hatch, otherwise it will be just hidden in the hull because it will be barely visible. Here we install the railings, we install the road wheels, then we install our favorite vinyl tracks, then we continue with turret. So turret should also feature some internal detailing for the main gun, again quite surprising because it won't be visible unless you open these hatches which are molded separately. Then you install the turret on the hull, fuel tanks are being assembled, then towing cables, some spare tracks which are also molded out of plastic, by the way. Next we continue with towing cables here, and tank is ready. Here you can see first marking option, it comes from Spring 1945. Here is the second one from, again, Germany, Spring 1945. Third, the same one, the same season, let's say, and fourth is also the same season. But as you can see, this insignia on the turret is different, so you might choose what version you would prefer to see on your vehicle. And next we go on with one more assembly manual. So this one is for King Tiger, but I'm going to remove the decals sheet first. So decals are the same quality as what we saw for the T34. As you can see, printing quality is really nice, so it's just a matter of careful application and you will be fine. As for the assembly manual, again short history note, technical specifications, parts map here. Next we continue with, note that all parts will be used, that's really surprising. Assembly process starts with main gun, we continue with turret, then we assemble all this stuff together. As you remember, main gun is assembled out of two hulls, not cool. Next we continue with separately molded hatch, and it is detailed from both sides, so you might open it if you would like to place some figure, let's say, or something else. Next we continue with these clamps for the spare tracks, which are molded out of plastic. Here we assemble the side walls for the lower hull section. Why I'm a bit confused, because these are torsion bars, and as far as I understand they will be serving as a connecting things for both walls. That's really funny. Next we continue with some internal walls. They are used for the strengthening of the whole structure, I guess. Here you can see the suspension arms being installed on this model. Here we assemble the road wheels, and I hope you remember how complex is the suspension of the King Tiger, so be ready for this. Next, here we have exhausts. They're installed on the rear part, obviously. Then we detail the engine bay, and there is no engine included, by the way. Towing cables, various top hull panels and pioneer tools. Here we install the vinyl tracks. Turret is being connected to the main hull, and you have the King Tiger ready. So here we have two marking options. One is from March 1945, it's Hungary, and another one from March 1945, Danzig. And two more marking options. Here we have Ardennes, December 1944, obviously it won't be used with today's combo, and another one from December 1944, again the same situation. So you are limited to these two marking options, I guess. Okay, so all in all we have two, let's say, legendary tanks in one box in 1/35 scale. and as you saw, they're not as detailed as the modern offerings, so let's say the top of the class, but still you get them two in one box for quite a reasonable price, so it might be an interesting choice for these modelers who do not need extreme detailing. They just want to assemble two famous tanks in a good quality out of the box, and they will be fine with it. Of course, I will be happy to hear your opinion about such kit. Write it here in the comment section below. If you like this video, don't forget to press the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for watching me today, and bye!